Okay. All right. So, hi everybody. I'm going to make a video to tell you a bit more what EFT is. What does it stand for? So, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it is a combination of traditional counseling and tapping on acupuncture points, a little bit like acupuncture without needles. And here you're not just getting the benefits of the physical healing, which you would be getting if you went for acupuncture, you are getting the benefits of the emotional healing as well. So when I did my counseling course some 6-7 years ago, I really enjoyed counseling, but there was just something missing. I helped people find insight into their issues, and but a little bit of resolution, but there was not much healing. And I thought, well, it's a little bit useless. I help people, they open up, they share their experiences with me and their life stories and everything, but it just goes on and on and on. And I was seeking to find something that would help people actually find some final healing and also a resolution. And this is how I discovered EFT. And what happens is, as you tap on the points, and I will be showing you the points while I'm talking, basically you just tap on the same points as I'm doing myself, and basically calming messages will be sent to the amygdala part of the brain, and the cortisol levels, the stress levels will be reducing. And I was indeed right that I found something which really helped people, because in clinical trials, people who had EFT tapping added to their counseling, their stress levels were actually reduced at the end of their sessions, while the people who only had traditional counseling, their stress levels just remained the same, which makes me question a little bit counseling. Counseling does help, but it takes a long time to find the healing. So this emotional freedom technique added to that, the process is much quicker. And what is actually happening as I'm tapping on these points, like I already said, the stress levels are going down, but also the negative responses which we have picked up through our lives, particularly in our very early childhood, we are actually cancelling the negative responses to these events, to these memories. So all that is happening as we are tapping, and we are helping to instill better programs in ourselves. While we tap, we are able to access the subconscious mind. So all these programs we develop during our childhood, we are not actually aware of them, and we run those programs for the rest of our lives on the subconscious level. But when we start to tap, we are actually able to access these subconscious memories. A little bit like in hypnotherapy, because in hypnosis, the therapist would be able to access the subconscious mind and help to reprogram it. And that's why these methods are really good in helping to transform our lives for the better and help us to make the changes we would like to make, the changes for the better which we couldn't for many years perhaps. So how does it work? So I'll just give an example. We tune in to the issue we have, and I'll just do a general one. The more specific we are, the better, but just for the purpose of this demonstration, I will just show how it works. So you tune in to your issue, and by tuning in we are going to repeat the phrase of that issue. So I'll just say stress, just to be very general. I will rate myself on those stress levels. Say my stress levels are on a level of 0, there is no stress, to 10, there is enormous stress. I'd say I'm about 5 or 6. And then we'll start tapping and tuning into the stress. And while we are talking about it, while we are actually saying it out aloud, our body is tuning into that. So first there is a reminder phrase, and we say that 3 times. We start on the karate chop, that is here, and we repeat that 3 times. So I will say, even though I've got this stress, I love and accept myself anyway. And the love and acceptance is all part of it, because we all have stress in our lives, we all have issues, but we are pushing them away. And the acceptance is actually part of the healing process. We are actually able to acknowledge. So even though I've got this stress, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've got this stress, I love and accept myself anyway. So I've done the reminder phrase, that sets my body up for that. Now I'm going to do 1 round of EFT tapping, and I will just repeat the reminder phrase, stress. So I start at the top of my head, and I will just say stress, and just tap gently 6-7 times. In the middle of the forehead, this stress. In between the eyes, this stress. Side of the eyes, this stress. Underneath the eyes, this stress. Underneath the nose, this stress. On the chin, this stress. The collarbone, this stress. Underneath the arms, this stress. And the end of the fingers, that's where the meridian ends. So this stress, this stress, this stress, this stress, and this stress. Now with my hand into my heart center, I take a few deep breaths. And I will tune in to that stress. And that stress was about 5 or 6. And I can feel it came down to about 3. And when I help people with EFT, people often say to me, oh, this is so calming. The stress is just going on. It's so incredible how just 1 minute of tapping can help us reduce stress. So I'll talk more about these issues in my next video, but this is just an introductory video about EFT.